there's one thing which we'd like to do is constant training, if you will. So it's not just like, oh, hey, there's a training session this week from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or whatever, right? It's not just like that. I think it's a constant process. So we do have those training sessions where we will get maybe experts, both internally and outside experts, to come in and do that stuff. But also it's a process. So every team within the organization tries to practice a sort of on-the-job training, constant training to upgrade their skills, whether it's production skills, whether it's technical skills, or even just people skills, right? It's something that's constantly happening. We also don't just rely on outside people to come and train us, because everyone in the organization has skill sets, and very, very good skill sets as well. So we tap into the people we have so that that knowledge gets shared equally throughout the station. So basically everyone kind of levels up at the same time. And I think that's something which is very important for us. So when it comes to radio, when it comes to as a content company, I think the overall vision is really just to be producing the best possible content out there. Or like I said, not just on a local level, but by international standards. Because, we're not just judged by the people who listen to the car radio anymore, and our competition is not that. Anyway, our competition is every podcast that's available in America, because Malaysians on their phone listen to that stuff. They have access to it, they know it, they're exposed to it. And so if we produce a subpar content, then people are going to know, and you're never going to make it. So that I think is one of our key visions, this idea of constantly pushing the boundary with regards to content. The other vision, of course, is this idea of every program we create has kind of three guiding factors, which is to educate, enlighten, entertain. So I think those are the three things that we always, sometimes the entertainment value might be slightly higher than the education value, but whatever, but we'll always have, I think, those three elements. And that's what we know makes a good program. A program where the listener goes away going, okay, I've learned something, I've had a good time listening to it, and I feel like, my life is slightly better after listening to that program. For me, that's like a great benchmark. So whatever we produce is guided by that vision and that objective. Yeah. The most exciting thing of my typical day, would be when a program I've produced finally goes to air. I think it never gets old. There are some people who might be jaded by this sort of thing, but I'm not one of them. So I write a lot as well, and it's just like how I think journalists will tell you that they never get tired of seeing their name in print. It's always exciting, right? And it's the same with us. Every time because you could have listened to that, and oftentimes you've listened to that same program like 50, 100 times, because you're producing it. It's in your ear, it's in your head constantly, right? But nothing beats that complete product, that final product, perfect or not, when it finally hits the airways, because then it's gone. You're setting it free, right? And then people get to listen to it, and people get to comment about it and see whether they like it. And for me, that's the most both anxious and exciting part of my day, when a program finally gets to the air.